For this master cylinder part disassemble, my friend Farhan will open the reservoir cap, then unscrew the master cylinder body from the reservoir tank. Then after we'll take off the reservoir tank from master cylinder body. Next, my friend Irfan will remove all the retaining washer from this master cylinder body. Then we remove the primary piston and secondary piston from the master cylinder body. We use the screwdriver to push and we take off the O-ring using circlip plier. After we finish take off the O-ring from the master cylinder body, next we take off the primary piston and secondary piston from the master cylinder body. For care and maintenance, firstly we dip the piston into the brake fluid.
Masuk balik apa? Masuk terus. Dia buat ukur apa?
Second, we use the blow gun to avoid jam and stuck when we assemble and disassemble the master cylinder body again. For assemble, we put the secondary piston and primary piston into the master cylinder body. We use the screwdriver to push the piston. Then we use the circlip plier to lock the O-ring into the master cylinder body. Then we put all the retaining washer back to the master cylinder body.
Tengok balik dia ukur kat mana. Senang. Ukur kat sini lah. Ya, yang ni dengan sama yang betul. Okey, dah kena.
Finally, we screw the reservoir tank to the master cylinder body. Then, after we screw the master cylinder body, we close the reservoir cap. Then we are ready for push rod and measurement for this master cylinder pump. For the inspection, we take the measurement for inner cylinder. Then we take the measurement for the push and rod.
Hello, my name is Irfan Hazim. So I will be discuss with about master cylinder part name. So there are 14 parts that need to be named. So the numbers are following the diagram. The first one is reservoir assemble, reservoir cap, rubber diagram, reservoir clip, reservoir seal, reservoir body, push rod, master cylinder housing, return spring seat, outlet port, dust boot, primary piston assemble, secondary piston assemble, and the last one, mounting point. So for the condition of master cylinder, the first one is inner surface of master cylinder. When we disassemble it, it is in good condition. And then the primary and the secondary piston was rusty and stuck in the master cylinder. The diaphragm had a little bit crack. Brake booster in a good condition, and also the ring in good condition. So for the push rod end, for the inspection, the condition is the before the service, it was jammed and need to be serviced. So before the after, already in good condition.
For the discussion, first, based on your finding, what is the effect of the push rod end length on brake? The answer is the brake operation is influenced by the push rod end length because the piston cannot return completely if it is too lengthy, that the brake may drag. Braking will be weak or slow if it is too short because the brake pedal will have too much free play. Correct adjustment of the push rod length is necessary for optimal brake performance. Second, name the type of brake oil used for your car. Can a different type of brake oil be used? Why? The answer is .3 or .4 brake fluid is used in the majority of auto. Since different fluids have varied chemical characteristics and boiling points, it is best to utilize the same type unless it is compatible. Using the incorrect kind can result in braking failure or damage to seal. Next, for the third, the question is name hydraulic tube that are connected to the master cylinder and where all tubes are connected. The answer is the master cylinder is linked to hydraulic line that transport braking fluid to the front and rear brake. One tube links to the front wheel cylinder or caliper, one on the rear and another to the fluid receiver. This tube allow hydraulic pressure to travel through the brake system. Next, for the question 4, what is the function of the diaphragm? The answer is the diaphragm protect the braking fluid from air and moisture. A brake booster also employs vacuum pressure to help the driver apply the brakes more readily, lowering the amount of effort required on the brake pedal.
Assalamualaikum, hi. Okay, I will conduct for conclusion. Overall, we managed to conduct lab 2, which involved inspection, the assembly and reassembly of a master cylinder. Even though we had to replace the master cylinder twice because it was jammed and damaged, the lab assistant officer assists us in finding another master cylinder that we can use in the lab session. Within the lab, we managed to identify each part of the master cylinder and determine if it was operational. All of the members were taught how to test and diagnose a master cylinder assembly and also replacement procedure if one of the master cylinder component is ever damaged. We also learned that the brake system must be well maintained at regular interval so as not to cause the breaking or rusting of the master cylinder. Finally, we learned how to apply the braking system principle of operation. That's all from us. Thank you. Bye-bye.